we continue our stay at the lodge, enjoying some local spots: Brandon Country Park, Lavenham Medieval Village, a market day in Bury-St-Edmunds, plus some days out at the beach, Felixtowe Ferry and Southwold. But first, welcome to our channel. We are Kath, Sue and Fudge. After retiring almost 3 years ago, we moved into our motorhome and have been travelling in the UK ever since. Recently, we've taken the plunge and sold our house and are looking forward to the next chapter. So why not join us to see what life has in store? Now, we left you last week having just exchanged on the sale of our property. So it feels like we can actually enjoy the time now that we're spending at the lodge. So we're going out to see a local little village this morning, which apparently is supposed to be very pretty. Well, here we are. We're in the market square of Lavenham. It's got a load of really old buildings. I think they're old Tudor buildings. And I need to find Sue, because I was just on the phone to my son and Sue's popped off with Fudge, so she's just over there having an explore. Going into the old sweet shop.
Sorry?
You're going into the old sweet shop?
It's not a sweet shop, it's a...
Oh, I read that. It's Meeks and Sons. I read it sweets. Maybe I had sweets on the mind. Have a walk up here? Sue's been looking up the fun facts for this place, and she says it's thought to be the best preserved English medieval village. And I've got to say, it is very, very pretty. And once again, we've been blessed by sunshine, which always makes everything look even prettier. This building behind me here is the old wool hall, and Sue's just told me apparently Lavenham became a very wealthy area because of the wool. And if you do come here, there is a village information point, and I've just seen that they do guided tours around the village for £5 per person, weather permitting. But I think we're not staying for very long today, so we won't do that, but I think that's something I would pay for if I came here, because it'd be really interesting to know the history of all of these buildings. I mean, there must be so much history. It's practically every other building is one of these timber framed. They look Tudor to me. I'm not a historian, so if I've got that wrong, I do apologise. Sorry about the noise, it's from the fish van. I just wanted to point out that this is the Guildhall Museum, and obviously it's the old Guildhall. It's undergoing some work at the moment, as you can see. But at the other end of it, there is a dog-friendly tea room. So again, it's we haven't got time today to have a look at this because of the house move. We've got an awful lot of things. Plates spinning at the moment, but it's just been nice to take a little break away from it and have a look through this beautiful little village. Yeah. Well, good morning. What a luxury to have such a big kitchen. Well, today's not looking as nice as it has been for the few days. In fact, it's raining. But we are planning to go into Bury-St-Edmunds today, which is literally a 10-minute drive from the site that we're on, because it's market day. And, well, who doesn't love a good market? Here's purchase of the day. Just what you need at a market. See if I can put Sue on one of those. Well, there's definitely lots of nice smells here. Go on in, Fudge. In you go. Good girl. Right, well, we've got lots of great walking at King's Forest, but we thought we'd mix it up for Fudge today, give her somewhere new to go. Sue's managed to find a country park called Brandon Country Park, not too far from here. That's where we're off to. Well, we've got to Brandon Country Park and parked up. It's a paying display. It's got Ringo, so you can do it through the app. £2 for 2 hours or £3 for all day. Of course, if you do it through the app, you can extend it. And there is a cafe, which we will do at the end of our walk. Right, have you picked us a route?
Yep.
Which one?
The purple one.
The purple one. Well, this route starts by taking us past the children's play areas and then heads off into the woods. There's Fudge doing her separation anxiety again, not sure. Come on, Fudge, we'll all go. Now we can hear some bangs that are coming from that direction over there, and we know that Fudge doesn't like gunshots or bangs, but Sue's just had a look on the map because we also know there's a centre parks just over there as well, so it might be one of the sporting events associated with that. Who knows? Anyway, she's sticking close now. I think we're quite close to the visitor centre now, and just ahead of us through these trees there's a building. So let's go and have a look what this is. Looks like a church to me. So this was built by Edward Bliss for himself. He bought the land here in 1820, the big estate, and then when he died in 1845, he wanted to be laid to rest here on his own estate. And then his wife, who had died a few years later, was also laid to rest here with her husband. But both of the bodies were moved back in 1903 when another family bought the estate. Now I'm standing here in front of a giant redwood that was planted by Edward Bliss in those days, shortly after he bought the estate. Well, we are almost back at the car park now. That was a lovely route, Sue, well done.
Well, it's following just some of the signs already marked.
That was a good one. And I'm going to go and get a coffee at the cafe. So like many of the places near Bury-St-Edmunds, this cafe is also dog friendly. Well, cheers. Well, we've got an improvement in the weather today, so we're going to go to the beach. Well, this is it. We've arrived at the beach. We're actually not far from Felixstowe, and it was the closest beach, about an hour's drive from where we're staying. So we're just going to give Fudge a little bit of a leg stretch and probably get our lunch out in this quite nice location. Here he goes, down onto the beach. Well, we've walked along the seafront, not very far, and just down here it looks like there's a little ferry. It's not running today, so it's a little bit of a shame because it would have been nice to go on a ferry, but well, we'll have a walk down anyway. We've seen a couple of these roundhouses now, so we're trying to work out what they are. If we haven't found out by the end of today, you'll have to stick it in the comments. Look out there and how fast that water is flowing. I can understand why children need to be supervised at all times. I think I'd be terrified around here if I had a small child. Well, it looks like we've reached the point that the ferry goes from. Sue had looked it up earlier and it's not running today. Does it just run through during the summer? Oh right, so apparently it does run, but the next sailing is Saturday. So maybe it just, certain times of year, runs more than others. Just turning around here, behind us is a boatyard, and then there's lots of kind of little eaty places where I would have thought in the summer, if there's lots of people here, they'll do a really roaring trade, but this time of year, definitely not. Let's see what we can find walking along the jetty. Ah, yes. There we go, a bit more information up here. That's a good girl. Well, even though it's not such a beautiful day today, it's hard to resist getting the drone up when you're at the beach, isn't it? So, cue the drone footage. Good morning. For today's trip, we're out back to a beach again. This time it's Southwold. Never been there before, but I've heard it's quite nice, so let's go and see. Well, it's been about an hour and a half drive to get here, but I'm really surprised by this. Now we are once again blessed by beautiful weather, but this is a... Hello, Fudge. Hello, darling. Hello, did you just spot me? I was going to say that Sue had just taken Fudge quickly down onto the beach to enjoy herself. So we're going to give her a quick leg stretch. We are both hungry, and then we're going to get something to eat, and then we'll come and have another play. That's a clever girl. Steady. Go. What are you checking out? Just like us, we've gone into the first pub that we've come across, which is called the Soul Bay Inn. So I'm just about to order some food. Cheers. Well, that was a really lovely lunch. Now we're off to the beach again. Now we're proper seaside, because at the top of the pier, bottom, whichever way you look at it, is fish and chip shop and an ice cream shop. I mean, that is proper seaside, isn't it? It's actually quite warm today. I've got my jacket on, but I'm feeling quite warm because every time the sun comes out, it is nice. And there's people fishing off the end of the pier. You can apparently buy a permit and fish here as well. And the wall of mirrors. Woo! Oh yeah, look. I don't look too bad today, do I? Diet's obviously working. This one's my favourite. You want to go in one of those, Sue? I think even you'd fit in one of those, look. There are about 10 spaces here for motorhomes, which is fantastic. I've just had a look at the tariffs, and you can park here all day for £4 from 8 AM to 6 PM. It's a shame because there's no overnight parking. Well, we've come across this bit of land here, which looks like it's a private bit of land, and you can actually park here as well. So it's up to £12, up to 12 hours, £8. So I wonder whether you could just pay and stay for longer. Might be worth a night if you wanted to be close to Southwold and experience the fish and chips and the ice cream and the pier. Well, that's us. We've had a pretty nice chilled afternoon eating and then wandering around the pier and along the beach. Fudge has enjoyed being on the beach, and we're now going to head off home. Well, we made it back from the beach. We had a lovely afternoon. Now, in a couple of days from now, we've got to go and pick up the motorhome from Camper UK, and then we'll be reloading the van from here and heading back home. And that is when we pick up our hire van and get it ready and loaded for our move. Now, I haven't said too much about the move yet, other than the move out, but we're going to wait for the next video and we'll tell you the whole story and what our plans are for the future. So thank you so much for watching this week. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. Oh, and if you do want to catch up with next and how things unfold for us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ding that little bell so you get notifications of the next video. Otherwise, see you next time.